What's up, everybody? I'm going to do a test. I want to make sure all my systems are in place as I'm using a different system than I used to use. So I'm just going to confirm we are good to go. We've got sound. What's up, everybody? I'm going to do a test. We've got everything else good to go. Looks like I am good. I'm just double checking everything, making sure you can hear my screen. I'm going to say hi in the chat. And we will get started. I'm going to give it about 1 minute, get some people over here from in the Discord. This is AmmaJamma. Some of you know me from the Discord, some of you do not. I've been around the trading world for a little bit, and I'll go over a couple things about myself as we get started here. I just want to confirm that we are good to go, and we will go from there. Oh, hey, Santi, how are you doing? Good to see some old faces in here. This is the first stream of many. We're going to have a lot of things that, will come in and out. I'm not going to do any equity trade live trading. It's going to, I'm echoing really bad. Let me see what's going on with my mic. Hold on, guys. Let me check my sound settings here. Sorry guys, first stream will work out these bugs. Alright, let's see here. I don't know why I'm echoing here. Yeah, I know it's the mic. I just don't know why I'm getting two signals through the mic here. Let me check here, see what's going on. Displays audio input. How's that? Is that better, guys? I'm just going to keep talking, and I'm going to see mic auxiliary, audio input capture. Alright, so weird. I've got everything closed. Let me close this. Alright, here. Let's figure this out here. Alright. Are you still able to hear me? Is that better? I am not dual streaming. I'm streaming strictly in YouTube with OBS. I'll even slide it over so you guys could see here. I turned off this one. I'm trying to figure out which one's double here. Better? Perfect. Okay. I have two mixers on. I'll fix it for next time. So sorry. We're good to go. Let's do this. Let's get started. I'm going to have a different program next time. I've got good mics. I've got a good system. I'm just used to going through StreamYard, not OBS. So learning curve. Now I know for next time we're good to go. Let's find some charts. I appreciate all you guys in here. Let's get ripping and rocking and find some trades for the day. We'll go over a couple of the hot tickers. Obviously Tesla being one of them because we have earnings coming up this week. I kind of pre-charted a couple of these. We will not be doing equity trading. This is strictly options. I'll give you some of my do's and my don'ts as we go. This will be a constantly evolving weekly program. We can change things. We can bring things in, whatever it might be. Usually I try to pick max 5 charts we look at. We chart them a little bit before the market opens. And then from there, we will go full born into some trades and watch as the market opens. So we want to identify some levels beforehand, which I like to do right now. I've got the 15-minute chart on Tesla. We know Tesla's been a wildfire. It's been ripping for a while. I always start with the 15-minute 2 weeks, and then I always double check with my 4-hour and my daily. Never skip looking at your long-term charts, guys. It's really, really critical. So even though I'm on a 15-minute chart here, we don't want to not look at the rest of the chart. So obviously we see we've been in this trend-based channel for 3-4 trading days now. All right, so that's immediately what I already have these lines on. Let me make them a little thicker because I know it's hard to see. There we go. So we've got this trend channel here. That's kind of the main thing I'm watching as we go into market open. We're hovering right at the bottom of it. So a strong bounce. What I'm looking at is this pre-market. We've got a couple zones we're looking at, obviously. Our pre-market high, 291.81. And then we've got this little bit of a trend, a resistance line that's been hanging out right here. So we do have a wedge. We are wedging up on the 15-minute in pre-market. All right. So what that tells us is there's 3 different ways to trade this. I mean, essentially, you know, for our scalpers here, we've got our initial impulse. We break out and we break over 290.65, 290.70. I do believe we could get that impulsive rip up to 291.81. You got about $1 in there to make a trade. You get a nice 20-30%. You know, at that point, we'll play this live, of course, but that is a little bit riskier because as you could also see on this 15-minute, we got a little head and shoulders that's been forming pre-market as well. So really our safest trade is going to be, and you guys, anyone who's been on live streams with me before, I'm going to switch this green and it's going to be a flat line, not a dotted line. That means when we can break up and over 291.81 and hold, meaning, you know, our 5 steps to trading a trend breakout. We want to break over this 291.81. We want to come back down and retest it. That's our entry. That's where we're looking to get into these plays today. So I'm giving the green light 291.81 with a hold for some calls up to our trend line right here. So we can get a nice little rip into this trend line as well. And we've got this trend line sitting within it as well. So I'd expect a little bit of resistance at this line here. So I do believe this line here is target 1. This is going to be our target 1. I'm going to make it thicker for that break of high a day trade, and then target 2 will be our dotted line here. Remember, we want to see that break and hold with support. We want that retest. We want to wait for confirmation. That's our entry. If we lose that zone, if we come up and we test that zone and we lose it, I like puts back under 290.50. So the only reason we would take this, I'm going to make this line dotted. All right, it's going to be dotted, it's going to be red. That means I'm rejection of our trend line, of our pre-market open. On that rejection, I like puts when we break back below this kind of resistance we've had. All right, it'll become our support. We slip black below that. That's where I like those puts on that side. And then, of course, on the sell-off side, we're looking for that loss. That 288.26 is about where I'm looking at for our put entry. However, on that, we want that confirmation. We will watch. We'll make sure it works. This and that. You know, the thing, all the things. And then on the opposite side of that, if we bounce here, all right, I like our entry back above 288.75. So we're gonna make that line our dotted. Our dotted lines are always bounce lines, and our straight lines are always our breakthrough lines. So we've got 4 different ways we could play these TSLA. These are the 4 levels we're looking at right here. And we will come back to this in market open, go on a little bit of a shorter time frame, and really choose what we're going to do with this one. For the scalpers, though, the scalpers market, 290.90, break and hold can really be interesting up to that 291.81. Then we're clear from there. So that 290.80 to 291.80 is that high, you know, those super, you know, quicker traders. All right. And I do take these entries with you. Tesla's contracts are juiced, though. Beware. All right, let's pop up this options chain. Let's look at yesterday's. These things are juiced. The closest to the money is $11 right now. Last week, the closest to the money on Tuesday was about half that price, 40% of that price. The contracts are juiced. They're high risk, and the IV is going to pump up through the day because of earnings, though. What that means is, and I talk about this all the time with you guys, play into earnings. Don't hold for earnings. Play into those earnings. Get that extra juice out of your IV because you guys know every percent we move up in IV, we've got that Vega popping that contract up. You know, whatever that Vega value is, that means I don't have my Vega up. That means that's how much more that contract's going to be worth. Every percent that IV goes up. So you get those spikes in IV. That Vega just brings it to the moon. So let's pull up a couple other charts. Obviously the SPY, but I want to hit the Google chart and the SPY because Google's sitting in a precarious place. So we'll do Google and the SPY before market open. We got 5 minutes. We're good to go. Google 15-minute chart over the last few days. We're sitting at do or die point. We're sitting at the 25% retracement. Now you guys know continuation is not broken if we are still sitting at above that 25% retracement. So we're still technically in an uptrend here. And the kicker is we have bounced off our 25% 3 times in the last couple days. We bounced yesterday pre-market. We bounced yesterday during the day. We're sitting right there right now. All right, so that tells me a couple things. First of all, it's going to tell me that on a confirmation, if we pop this in half, right about 12.5%. All right, that's what I'm looking at, right about this area here, because we want our risk reward to be worth it. All right. Plus, it's a major support resistance zone too. All right. If we lose, so what I mean by this, if we lose 124.60, let's give it a little bit because we know these candles can wick lower. Let's say we lose 124.25 with a hold. All right. So we lose at 124.25 and we hold below it, or we come back up and retest and start to dump. I will not touch this for any sort of swing or longer hold. Google play till we get in our golden zone between our, our golden fibs, baby. We want to get below 120, about 122. I'm not touching this trade between 124 and 122. That's like the do not touch zone. Little scalps here and there, of course. But as far as the fibs go, that's the zone I don't want to touch. So we're watching for market open is, will we bounce off this area third time? All right. We've got our pre-market. We've got our 4 o'clock a.m. wick high here, of course. 3:15. I'm Central Time. So really what we're looking at is, for me, that wick high pre-market, I don't want to touch it anything bullish till then. All right. And at that point there, all right, that 125.55, 125.60 with the hold of support, of course. We've got 2 levels that should be relatively good to touch. 126.50, which has been a major support. We pop on this daily. We see that 126.50. We cannot break it. We got this 129.55 the one day, and we got our door slammed heavy in our face. All right. This 127 area, tough resistance right now. Really tough. Sold off. Something we really need to watch, and we're sitting right at that 25% retracement. So this Google's got to make a decision, and then what makes the decision, it's going to be a pretty volatile decision. So that's why that one's on my watch list today. One I want to watch. All right. So we know so I like the puts under 124.25, approximately there with the break and the hold. All right, that's what we're looking for our put side. And we've already talked about our call side. I'm not touching this between 124.70, 125.50, unless it's scalps. We'll jump in, we'll scalp, those type of things. We know those areas where, we want to watch those scalps and get in those scalps. And finally, let's pop on that SPY chart, see what we got going on here. All right. I've already got a couple lines drawn on this one as well. This is one we've been in an uptrend for quite a while. Let's check out a couple weeks before we do anything. We already know on the daily, we've got the resistance from yesterday, and that's it. I mean, we're going back to 18 months ago to really look at these levels. So I'm not really concerned at the upside. If we do break that upside from yesterday, I do think that 454 is inevitable. All right, if we come out strong, the SPY, you know what I talk about, that price discovery. Yes, we have a couple levels here from back, the beginning of 2021, the end of 2021. But overall, we're in some new territory here. That's really, really interesting. Same with Apple, same with NVIDIA. I mean, we're in price discovery mode. We are up in the sky and the stars, and it's all is beautiful. We've got no resistance. So how do we chart those? We chart those with fibs. And we'll get in that other days. We've got a minute till market open, so let's get some charts that we're really looking at here. Let's pop this 5 on the SPY. All right, so on the SPY here, I don't want this VWAP up right now. Oh. There we go. All right, so on the SPY, this is what I'm looking at, essentially, this trend line. All right, we've hit our head on it since our wick high yesterday, and then we've got our very clear low of day here. So our market's open now. Let's watch this. We'll watch for that loss of 449.80 is about my price. And of course, you guys know we'll be trading it live. So I'll tell you whether I trust or not the dip below those levels. And then on the uptrend, we'll go from there. I just want to pop on Tesla real quick first, see what Tesla's got going on here, because we could be hitting that scalp type area pretty quickly. I'll put this on the minute chart for now because I do want to see the candle action in relative comparison to our second level and our time in sales and our candle or our volume. So we've got all three up. I don't need my RSI at the moment with a minute chart. If you're watching RSI on the minute chart, be careful. All right, so we got this nasty dump candle, but we know Tesla can immediately pop back up the very next candle. So we really don't want to touch any levels right here. Pop on SPY, make sure. I could put 3-4 charts up, but most people cannot see it when I put 3-4 charts up. It's too small. So we're going to flip through our charts. We can end up doing 4 charts if you prefer. Let me know. All right. So let's pop back on Tesla and let's see what these charts are doing. Oh, all right. So Tesla came down almost to our wick low from pre-market. So what I look at with these first 2 candles, one of my scalping rules, I want to see this break back up, reclaim 2/3 of this opening candle. So that's right here. All right. We're watching for 2/3 of that candle reclaimed. And because it's only first 2 candles, we're not necessarily going to jump on immediately at that moment. But I will say that when we lose that 288.20, it should be pretty quick. And that would be my likely put position there. However, Tesla is not necessarily bearish at all overall. Remember, these are scalps. Remember, these are day trades, guys. So we're just kind of, I'm going to play it a little slow first day. I know some of you used to trading live with me. Some of you are not. So we're really just kind of learning each other's tendencies, habits, and styles right now. This should be a little sell-off candle. If we lose that 2/3, I would love to see us come back up now, test 288.75, 288.60, and then flush again. And that's when I would take the put position. They're juice, though, guys. These are not small account plays because we don't want to go too far out of the money right at market open. It could really crush you. This is a large account play. I would personally do 280 or 275 on these, but they're $500 to $800 a contract. Very, very expensive. All right, let me pull up my account for trading. So I'm ready to go too. All right. All right, I got that up. So that was the Tesla entry right there. I am not in anything at this moment. I was pulling up my account and it kind of dumped a little too quickly there. I am not in Tesla yet. I'd love to see this retest first. We may not get it. I'm going to flip to the SPY really quick. SPY is undecided. So I already know, I'm not taking any trades in this zone. All right, that zone we're not touching. We want to see the strong breaks out of this initial zone that we're looking in right now. That zone will change as the time goes on. All right, now Google bounced right off of that bottom line. It did wick below, so it picked up any stragglers from yesterday as well as this morning. We lost both those levels. So if we could break back up over 124.65, I would like a call entry on Google because it did pick up those straggles. And clear out that liquidation at those prices here. So we have crossed all those lows. All right. We're coming down to where we're losing that 25% at this moment. So we really need to see what happens over the next couple minutes here on Google. Again, I'm being pretty cautious the first few minutes, this first day trading together, guys. I really want you guys to learn how I talk through these trades because I know a lot of you are not used to it. All right, so Google is picking up that support there. SPY is starting to push up, but we're not touching it in that area. And Tesla has strong candle liquidation and coming right back up. So let's see what happens here. Lowering volume each candle for the first couple. So again, I've got my call entry. If we break below our red line and push back up, we have our call entry line at a confirmation above 288.80. 288.80. And as far as the put entry goes, I'm leaning a little bearish at the moment, but that could change in 2 minutes, of course, because we're seeing these wicks, top of the candle, wicks, top of the candle. I want to see what this volume gives us the first couple candles here. SPY still in that sideways action here. I am checking the prices. I do have 2 other monitors too, so I'm able to look at the SPY out of the corner of my eye. So SPY's just kind of hanging out in the zone here. We do have our trend line. Remember, this is the line we're looking at. And see what happens along that area. We could trade sideways without any meaningful breakout on a lot of these. Plug, same thing. It's one that's been really hot. I don't want to start adding other trades on, but it is the stocks I'm watching. XOM was actually one I'm watching that is really starting to sell off here. This is the area we want to watch. this low and see what happens around these levels here. All right, so Google is selling off. Let me pull up the contracts in Google, let you know what I'm looking at. I mean, we did lose that put entry. If any of you are using the entries we previously charted, I did not personally take it. I'm going through all the charts here. All right, options. I've got Google pulled up. Puts and calls. Just watching what happens here. SPY's still dead flat, and Tesla's pushing back up. We're getting close to that bullish entry for Tesla. However, I might pass on Tesla. I don't want anyone to get overextended on their accounts. Unless you have a large account, I can give you those entries. But this is a trade where you're spending at least $500 on one contract simply because you can't go too far out of the money the day before earnings and this early in the day. So, all right, so Google puts, what I'm looking at on the Google put side, I've got the one out of the money, which would be the 124s. They're at $1.50 right now. I'm sorry, the 123s at $1.04. Those ones I like. I also like the 122s are fine as well. All right, we'll watch the next couple candles. We did get the wick lower here. So if we break back below that area again, I think we get a heavy dump. However, I'm not in. If anyone did take those puts, though, from our put entry, he had a nice three bar sell-off there. But I'm still on the sidelines at this point, guys. I really haven't been taking a lot of trades the first 15 minutes of market open most days. Unless it's a clear breaker. SPY's still absolutely sideways. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. So we are getting close to our trend line, however, on SPY. SPY, I will go one out of the money if I do take anything SPY. I go one out of the money on the 0 DTEs. However, I always encourage at least one or two days till expiration on those. All right, there goes our rip. I'd love to see us come back up and then pull up those SPY contracts and get ready with those. Sorry, my dogs are growling. They're playing with each other, guys. That's enough. No. Sorry, guys. All right, so the SPY... I've got Google and SPY contracts queued, ready to go. Google is pushing back up, and SPY is pushing up, had that heavy resistance. So if we break back up over 450.70, I'm going to take SPY calls. 450.70, I will fill SPY calls at that point. And you can get the 451s for only 58 cents right now. I'm not in them. I gave you my buy price. Right there. That's our entry. Let's see what this candle does. I actually like that it's pulling back. Get another strong push. That's what I'm looking for. Again, I'm not jumping in. We're not chasing in. That's why I'm waiting for that break of that price for very specific reasons. Google is getting a little bit of rejection here. So again, we're looking at the SPY puts and the Google or SPY calls and the Google puts at the moment. Of course, that can change. I'm not in any. This is very chop. We got a lot of chop today. Even Tesla, this is a lot of chop. You don't want to get caught in this the first 15 to 20 minutes because you have IV deflation the first 30 minutes of market open. So you really have to be careful with what you're playing in those instances. AI's trading sideways. Roblox selling off. We did have some Roblox swings. I didn't sell, obviously. They were probably up pretty nicely at market open. I was live trading, though. Unfortunately, I apologize for that. All right, there's that SPY entry that we're looking at. That is an exhaustion candle, though, so we need to be very, very careful with that. I filled it 60 cents. I will immediately sell if we go back below 450.50. I do like that this is a strong candle on relatively low volume. Up 4% on those. Nothing spectacular yet. Let's get that second candle push is really what we want to see. We want to see this candle hold above 450.60. That's what I want to see. All right, there we go. There's 10%. I'm selling one here at 10%. Filled at 8.20%. I'd like to see that secondary push right here, but we're scalping. It's the first few minutes of the day. We have no confirmation across the board on any of these positions, so we take the profits as we can. We're back up 9% again right here. There's 10%, 9.84%. All right, so if this candle pulls back below the height, 450.75, I'll sell another. All right, I'm selling another right here, 15%. Review order, submit, and filled, 69 cents, 15%. Let's get another candle. Let's get that 3-bar push. Let's go. There we go, 17%. I will not let my final contract go red on this. I have 2 left at this moment, 2 left. I sold at 8% and 14%. And I will not let this trade go red. We are scalping the first 15 minutes of the day. We do not need to overhold. All right, we're up 19%. Let's go. Selling one more. I've got one left. Beautiful. Nice little first trade of the day. I have one left. We are sitting at... There we go, baby. Let's go. 35%. Perfect setup there. 35%. If you're in, if I am personally in under 2 contracts, or I only have 1 contract, this is where I personally would be selling. I am not a financial advisor. I cannot tell anyone what to do, but that is where I would personally be locking up some of that money. We have that nice 3-bar setup. Beautiful little push there. 35%, 40%. Can't go wrong there. Gotta love it. All right. Looks beautiful. I do have one left. Stop loss break even. Google actually did have that next leg down. We weren't looking at the chart. I feel we took the better of the 2 trades, so I'm okay with that. If anyone is exclusively on the Google chart, you should be quite green if you took our put entry. I mean, very green. Good 10-15% is my estimation without looking at the contracts. Tesla's kind of trading a little sideways, could be kind of caught in that pattern for the rest of the day. And a couple things I want to mention now that we got that first trade underway. First of all, if you want to join us in the Discord, I will put the link in the chat here. I'm going to get some sort of a mod in this this stream from now on to do those type of things. But I've been, I missed everybody that's been here and hasn't seen me. I have a lot of respect for where I used to be, and I have a lot of respect for where I'm at now. And I think it's really important to, come check us out in Discord as well. So I'm going to leave a link for that in the comments if you want to come check it out. Because we are live trading there every Monday through Friday at market open, every single day, multiple analysts live trading pretty much all day long every day. So it's just something to consider. And I'm always around. I know I haven't reached out to anyone, but you are all more than welcome to reach out to me anytime. There we go. We're getting that next leg up on the SPY. I have to do a shameless plug at least once, guys. I mean, you can't blame me for that. Oof. There we go. 85 cents. Let's go. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. 81 cents here for the bid ask. Very, very nice setup on that trade there. Sorry, guys. All right. That was about 40%. It hit on that wick high there. I didn't see the exact one. I am still in one contract. I wasn't looking at the percent. I was looking at the chart, but I do believe it hit about 40 to 42% right there from our 61-cent entry. Sorry, 60-cent entry I have. There we go. This thing's looking really strong right now. All right, so let's zoom out. Let's check out what we're looking at as far as resistance. We did break over this wick high. We had very, very strong. What's very interesting about this chart here, guys, is this area here. We have a really strong liquidation zone in here. All right, we had a very, very strong fair value gap, which it went up really quick and really down pretty quick. So I do believe if we could get that gusto and get over 451.25 to 451.30, I think our 451.93 isn't out of the question. However, on our 15-minute, we've got two wicks, top of the candles here. Volume's fading off just a little bit. You know, we had 44% peak wick high on this candle right here. You know, that's I don't know what more you could ask for on those little quick trades like that. So. Okay, Santi. Thank you for coming and checking up, Santi. We'll be here every Tuesday. Yes, the 0 DTEs, they are ripping now. Let's go. And my dogs are playing with each other. I'm so sorry, guys. If you hear dogs growling in the background, I promise they're not hurting each other. I don't have my crisp on because I was having those mic problems, so I shut my crisp off. And it got rid of the problem, so I'll have to figure out. We're at 87 cents. We hit as high as 93 cents on that from our 61-cent entry. About 45% to 50%, depending on your entry. I do understand there's a slight delay. Really what we look for, and this is the setup we had here. We peaked out of our little, my mouse is acting a little strange here. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. We peaked out of this trend line we were watching here. If we pop on the 5-minute, and then we came back in. If we pop on that 1-minute chart, we popped back in. And then that second push out, we took that entry right here. Once we saw that break of the candle body around this area right here, we had this dotted line. That in combination with the volume that was coming in. We saw the uptrending volume right here. That was the 1, 2, 3 punch I wanted to see for that. And then I'm always peeking over at the time of sales, and when it starts flowing quickly, you know, the Super Mario takes his magic mushroom. When you start to see this go like warp speed, you got your little star where you that's when you like to see. That's when you get those strong moves. Nicola's up another 6.5% today. That's insane. All right, so Google is. It just doesn't want to lose this low. I still do think puts are up to play here with how it's behaving right now, and that heavy rejection we had at that 126.50 level multiple times. I would need to see us break back up or over with authority that 124.10 area here and a retest. So we're looking for something to do, something like this. We want to see the breakup over, the retest here, and then that push. That's pretty much my only call entry at the moment. And I would actually prefer it over 124.33, which is our 25% retracement line. We're not touching anything in this box. This is a theta killer. That's just theta kill, burn, crap. We don't want that. So that's what we're looking at there. SPY's holding up pretty well at this point. Can't hate on that. Affirm's up another 4. Look at that rip on Affirm. We have some swings on that. I'm sorry, guys. I have to sell a contract on my Affirm swing real quick. I'm totally willing to trade with you guys, but I got to make sure I get my own positions filled as well. I'm sorry about that. Give me 1 second because we do have Affirm swings. Got to get filled here. We have the 728s, the 17s. All right, 1 second, and we'll find another trade. All right, I don't want dead air, sorry. All right, nice. So we bought those at 93 cents. They did hit 155. I did not fill at 155, however. I just filled at 150. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful. I've got 2 contracts left on a firm, guys. We are up about 60% now. We are up as high as 70% overnight. Beautiful setup there. And I got to check Roblox. Okay, so Roblox is reclaiming itself a little bit. Unfortunately, I missed my sell at market open. We were doing the live stream, which is just, you got to keep your position. That's on me. You got to keep those positions in check and keep an eye on them. However, I'm up 5% on my Roblox swing. We had Roblox day trades yesterday over there. We hit really nice, about 50% on those. I did not hold those. Our swing's up about 5%. Can't hate on it. Key swings up 40%. I had 1 contract left of that. ABBV is in the green. Our ABBV spread is up 4%. Our PayPal spread is up 30%. Our cost spread is up 19%. Our Snap equity play, 15%. All right, we're looking good. Had to check those swings out, guys. Let's find another day trade. All right. We might have a second chance SPY entry here. So let's pop our fibs on. We had our impulsive break. We go from low to high. We go towards the side of the break. All right. Stupid Weeble always resets that to 23.6 fibs. I want the 25. So let's put our little wheel on there and make this 25. And that's what we want to hold. We had a wick below it here. All right. So if we lose this here, I'm not taking any bullish position from here. The loss of that area to here. We're not touching bullish plays there. I want to see us back down in. Let me delete this box here so it doesn't get all yucky. I want to see us down in this area here. I want to see us, now that we've lost that, I'm not touching bullish plays here. I want to see us in this box. That's where we want to play. That's where Amy will come to play, right about there. I didn't take the bearish entry either, obviously. All right, so that Google did come back down. Anyone who took those Google puts, I did not. I was in the SPY, gave the levels. Beautiful sell-off here, and with authority. This was a great sell-off. Our entry for puts was 124.25, and it just straight flushed. I'm going to try to give you trade entries that I might not get in myself. However, I want to give you every opportunity to play a chart you're comfortable with. Some people hate the SPY. Some people hate Google because it moves a little slower. Some people hate Roblox. Some people hate PayPal. So I try to give a little of everything. Tesla's still in chop shitty. Pardon my French, but that's what I call it. This is just madness. Don't want to trade this. Don't want nothing to do with this, especially with inflated contracts that are $1,200 close to money right now. Just not worth my risk tolerance on that. Affirm still looks beautiful. Roblox sold off a little, but we're not on that. Let's pop back up our SPY. All right, so we're trying to reclaim this 25% here. I'm going to pull up my contracts again in case we take another trade on the SPY. Again, if I do take a SPY trade, I go 1 out of the money on the 0 DTE or 1 out of the money on 1 to 2 DTE. Gauge your level to sell and how quickly you could sell. If you have not been day trading options for a long period of time, go at least 1 to 2 days out. I do 0 DT simply because I've been trading for a very, very, very long time. Never expose yourself to risk you're not comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. So we got the 451s at 78 cents. We even have 452s at 37 you could do. 37 gets a little too cheap for me. Every cent move is pretty, it's just a big move, each penny. So, you go from 8% up to 2% up just by 1 penny move, and that can be really kind of crappy. I don't like contracts that cheap for the most part. So I'll go in the money on this one right now because I don't like 37. I want at least 45 cents or so for contracts. All right. So I've got them pulled up here. They're at 77 cents a contract at the moment. And I just filled 2 for 79 cents. 2 for 79 cents. Stop loss below 450.90. I'm looking to play up to the high a day. I believe we can get about 20% if we test that high a day here. tight 10% stop on these. I'm not giving anything back, guys. Like, my stop's going to be 70 cents, maybe 68 cents, depending on how the chart's behaving. If we get that heavy rejection right now, I'll probably scale out actually quickly. I wanted to see that 3-candle setup really, really take shape there. Because we do have uptrending volume these last couple candles. It's what we like to see. Up 3%, 4%. Come on, let's get that push. There we go. There we go. Selling one. Selling one, 84 cents. Trying to fill. Filled. 85 cents it filled. Filled one at 85 cents for 10%. Excuse me, 9.2%. I've got 2 left. I went light on these. Higher risk. I'm going to sell one more. I'm taking one more here. 85 cents. I'm taking one more. Filled at 86. I only have one left. And no, these moves fast. These are scalps. The trades slow down incredibly once we pop into Discord. You've got 5 different traders, slower trading. This is the first half hour of market open scalp. So I just want you guys to be aware that, you know, really only play what you're comfortable with. Take this as a learning experience. If you're not comfortable buying 0 DTE or having to buy and sell within 2 to 3, 4 minutes, I'm never going to give you a trade I believe you will hit within, you know, 1 minute, 2 minutes, because I understand we have a 20-second delay as well. Just, you know, really, you know, play in your comfort zone and use me as the tool to that. You know what I mean? I'm just showing you my buys and sells, how I'm approaching the trades. And we have that little bit of resistance there at the double top. Last contract doing break even, 79 cents stop on my 451. I will sell there. I don't have a stop loss set. It will be a manual stop. I'm watching it ready to just click. One click. I have it queued up, the sell already queued up. And then if you guys like what you're seeing and you're not part of the Discord, I will be over in the Discord. We meaning multiple analysts, will be over in the Discord every morning trading. Some days it's open free for everybody. Some days it's not. We've got WhatsApp. If you're not into Discord and you're only looking for some swing plays and you don't like Discord, we've got that available. We're going to have this trading on YouTube every single week available. Free trades. We have a brand new free trades channel. And Mr. Keanu Trades himself has been giving away massive amounts of free memberships. So DM me, check out the Twitter, you know, Keanu Trades, follow along. You'll see many, many offers, and offers everywhere. So, you know, come check it out. We need to get that pop pretty quick here. I want to see that pop. I'd love to see our volume come up about 250 or above, 250K or above on our minute chart here. And get that little pop and really rip up to that high a day. Again, my stop loss is 79 cents. I will not go 1 penny red on these, because we already made some for 20 to 45% depending on your entry. So there we go. That's what we want to see right there. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Very nice. Up about 17% there, 16%, 13%. Boom, baby. Let's go. That's what I want to see. I am out of my final contract. $1. Bank it. I am out. Sold $1. That felt like an exhaustion candle. I don't care if we get more on this trade. I'm being extremely cautious with my profits. I know some of you probably hold some. I'm good with my $1. So that's exactly what I want to see. Beautiful couple trades there. Love it. Love it. Love it. 30% on our second trade. 45% peak on our first trade. Again, here's the Discord. We're giving away all sorts of stuff all the time. All the time. So if we pull back now and we look, What did we talk about with that liquidation channel? I said if we could pop over that high a day, we could get a strong liquidation because look at that gap. It shot up and shot down yesterday, and look at that. It shot up at the same exact price today. That's why we took that trade in the first place, is that pop. Looking that pop. Love it. 60%. That's awesome. Love it. Life with Justo. Welcome. Welcome. Hey, Frank, how you doing? You know it. I sold that one too quick. We're at $1.10. It's okay. I'm sure some of you are still in. I do think we test that 451.90. Being a little cautious. First time on YouTube, I really want to push the safety of protecting your profits. I probably cut my profits in half by doing so. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. Because, you know, if I really look back at this candle on the 1 minute, the interesting thing is, I was so excited it popped so quick, but look at the candle volume. Was this a sustainable candle? Hell yes, it was. Look at the volume on that candle. That wasn't a weird, unsustainable volume profile. That showed us it was going to set up and continue. So, you know, I jumped the gun a little bit. That's okay. 79 cents to $1.12 on these second contracts, hit as high as $1.17. Gotta love it. It's the same contracts we bought the first time around as well. And if you held from our first buy, you're up, what was our buy at that? The 61. So yeah, you're up about 90% on the first round. Very, very nice. Very nice. Gotta love it. And on that note, you guys all rock. I think we're going to pop over to the Discord in a couple minutes here and continue on the journey over there. I really do appreciate everybody that joined. The more views we get, the more likes we get, the more we get people in here, I will be here more than once a week. This is just the start. I also have an education stream coming once a week for that as well. Love seeing all these familiar names in the chat that I haven't talked to in a while. It's a great feeling. I really love you guys, and I missed a lot of you. This holding up. Very interesting here. Flagging a little bit. Perfect trend line. So if we have a contract left, what am I looking at? Right here. That's what I'm looking at. Let's get rid of our fibs. That's what I'm looking at. This is where I would sell if we lost this trend line. We're in a little bit of a channel. We've identified. And we know we're looking for, ultimately, we know we're looking for that wick high yesterday. So the combination of the two is kind of where we gauge what we want to do with our final contract. What I want to do with my final contract if I was in one. In general, that's where I would be out. I wouldn't give it all back. And that's only multiple. If you're in one, you know, there makes no sense to hold one and give up. I mean, we've already given up 15% from that wick high. I'm not big on that. So, all right, what else do we got? Let's check the rest of the market. That SPY is just beautiful. Google is just selling off. I'm sure my girl Graphic Colors is in some Google puts. Or had been at some point. So I don't even have to ask. Tesla's just trading sideways. We are wedging up, though. Let me pop on this 5. Little bit of a wedge that we could keep an eye on. Again, this is the big boy stock today. Those contracts are so juiced. So we'll watch that wedge, see what happens in there. I'm not touching anything in that wedge, though. Tesla could legit trade sideways all day. All right, so we went through Google. We went through SPY. Just looking great. Really is holding up. We could have a very, very bullish. And we could have a very bullish day on our hands. So my second entry here is going to be a test, a back test of 451.10, 451.20. And that pickup of support in the push will be where I will take SPY calls. And also, if we break yesterday's high a day and then retest it, I'm into 454. If we break that 451.93, and mark these words, if we break this 451.93 and hold with a retest, I believe 454 is on tap quickly. I'm saying perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, quickly. So we'll see what happens. We know that nothing's decided yet. We've got major resistance above our head, hanging right above our head right here. So just be aware of that. I'm going to break off the stream now and hang up here, and I'll see you guys all in the Discord. I love you all. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube streaming. You guys rock. If you made profits, I'm ecstatic to hear it. Make sure you like the video. And I will see you guys next Tuesday or over in the Discord. SPY is still running, guys. What are these contracts at now? Let's see here before I hang up. So exciting. We love to trade. $1.17. All right. See you guys in the Discord. Bye.